Hello to this week's paint-along. We are, as the video description describes, gonna finish off just a couple of things. So we got kind of where the actual skeleton is in the wings to do. And we also need to actually finish the eyes. So I've got these mixed up. These are colors for those skeleton parts. I'll probably do maybe just a black. Might get this a bit more, get a little bit stronger color there. Probably put some pure white down and then for underpainting, and then maybe get like it. Maybe we do like an orangish yellow or something for the background of it. And then like a just black pupil. And we can see here that there's going to be some need for touching up on some of those areas that are meant to be black. Got a bit painted over when I was doing the wings or some other parts, etc. I could have just done the same mixes that I did for the other parts that are black, the horns and all that, but I decided not to. At least not quite exactly the same. I'm using some of the same colors, but I've added blood red into it. Just going to give us this kind of purplish brown of sorts, kind of a reddish purplish. But the goal is to stay dark, so most likely we'll come back and do a glaze with this brown liner. some of my reasoning for not just doing the exact same as the rest of the blacks is that usually you do have a little bit of, like, you know, skin, as it were, or hide, whatever you want to call it, covering the actual bone. All right, go right up to that next color. It's still gonna be pretty dark, but it's kind of definitely more of a purple. Might be hard to see other than the sheen from the wet paint. Okay, and you want to keep in mind where these are going to be a little bit in shadow again. do just a touch of this down at the bottoms here. We can do a little bit more up here on this side. So the wing is kind of tilted just a little bit more upward. This will be the last highlight, at least for now. We'll kind of focus more around where we see kind of joints. So. We'll do some glazing to blend this all in, don't worry. You don't want it to be glaring, but this is thinned out enough that it can be easily glazed over without too much troubles. You can see that it actually blends in pretty well though, where you think it seems really strong. It's actually not too bad. That's, yeah, we'll do only on the top though, with that final highlight. That's really that really transforms it a lot to have that actually done. And now you see it does kind of match some of these blacks just because we do have two actually, well, it's both of the colors that were used in building highlights for all the blacks, but we've just added in another additional color that was used in the reds, the blend red. I'm going to take the second, actually, second color that we did, this one, and I'll make a glaze out of that. And that way, even though these highlights do actually look pretty good, it'll help smooth it out even better. And it does look a little lighter in person than it's showing up on camera, so there's also some need to darken it down a little bit too, tint it down. So that's what this will also help do, is tint it to be more on the dark side. Okay, let's see. Find my pure white. I'm thinking I have this out on my desk. That's showing that it's making it look very yellow. It's actually a really bright orange. Sunrise orange. That shows a little better that it is actually orange. But yeah, I think I might do this as the kind of what would be the whites, in a human eye. This would be that. And then I'll just use my brown liner to do the actual pupil. Just like a kind of a typical snake. I just did a drop of water into the white and the orange ones. There, now you can see better. That's showing it a lot better with some white. The color is. Closer so you can see a little better. we're just gonna take our time, you know, just it can be just little dabs. Easy to feel like you need to do it really quick, but really you don't. And if you do what I did, there's like got a little bit of white on here. I mean, if you find it right away or notice it right away, you can just get your brush wet and dab on some water, and then you dry off your brush or get a different dry brush and just wipe that away, and it'll come off. But I did not catch that in time. It's possible it might have even been from the previous time that I filled in the eyes. But I can easily just use some of my orange and just kind of go over that a little bit, as long as my orange is thinned down enough, and then just kind of do it again on this side as well. And then you'll have an accidental glow effect, basically. You can see like how that just helps to make the orange really pop all more. This is a pretty vibrant, saturated orange, I would say. But, I'm going to go ahead and get a smaller brush. Especially because that brush is already not doing so great. It is like a Kolinsky, but it's definitely, it's a Reaper 1 Kolinsky Sable. That's not bad, but it is kind of already not doing as well. And just a little bit closer for you to see. It's a little slit. It really is just kind of doing like a line down, really. You could do more of a human-like eye if you want to give it the feel that it could be actually a good wyvern, I suppose. Or at least have it feel less monster-like. Or less evil. The more you definitely make it rounder, the more likely you are going to make it kind of look a little cute on the cute seaside, so just be aware of that. I'm going to do just to try and do a tiny little white dot for the idea of reflection of the light in the eye. There we go. Got the eyes done as well as the wings. Pretty good. And I mean, you can see when you get more close up, you can see some of these spots. That's okay, really, because no one's going to be actually looking at it with a magnifying glass or looking at it that closely. But if it bothers you, you can take your glaze into another look over. But that's it for today. And then that's really, unless other than like, you know, maybe needed to do some touch-ups on some of the some of these horns and stuff, we really are just have the base snuffed. So we can be all about the base next week. Thanks for joining. Have a good weekend. Bye.